Hello everyone, today I will be showing you how to make a 3-layer density column and explaining why it does what it does. For this experiment you will need oil, dish soap, water, food coloring for the water, and a clear cup so you can see all the layers. The amount of each material that you use is not too important, just try to make sure that you have equal amounts and enough so you can show each layer. So, the first step is that you are going to grab your clear glass. This is where you'll be forming the density column, so this is where all your materials will be going inside. Next, you're going to pour each material into the glass from heaviest to lightest, so we are going to start with the dish soap. As you can see, there is already a small layer of water forming at the top. This is from the leftover water that was left in the dish soap container. I'll be explaining why this is happening later on. The next heaviest is water. Make sure that you add food coloring to your water before you pour it in so it stands out more. Now you can clearly see the 2 layers that are starting to form. And lastly, you are going to add your oil. After letting it settle for a minute, you will now have your finished density column. You should see 3 layers: dish soap, water, and oil. So, why is this happening? This is happening because of density. Density is how much mass is contained in a given unit of volume. If that doesn't make much sense to you, think about it as how much weight there is in a particular space. How does this apply to what we did though? So we used 3 different liquids with different masses and weights and poured in order to heaviest to lightest. The more dense liquid is, the heavier it will be. As we can see, the lighter liquids are less dense from the heavier ones, so they float to the top, just like our oil and water did. If this isn't making much sense to you, think about how a heavy coin will float to the bottom of a pool, but a light feather will just stay at the top. Another reason this happened, and especially with the oil and water, is because some liquids don't mix because they repel each other. This is because they are immiscible with each other. What did we learn? To summarize, we learned about density, which is how much mass is contained in a given unit of volume. We also learned about the relationship between density and mass. The more dense liquid is, the heavier it will be. The last thing I'm going to talk about is how knowing about density can help us in the real world. As we learned from our experience, oil is less dense than water, so it will float to the top of water. This can help us spot oil spills in the ocean. Since it floats to the top, if there's an oil spill in the ocean, we will be able to spot it. That's all on my demo for explaining density. Thank you!